Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the ESL Pro League here for our stream of North American action for the night. We are taking a look at FURIA up against Gen.G. If we were up against them, then we certainly wouldn't be in the commentary box. Who are we? I'm the Eternal J. I'm joined by Dweg for this one, my man. How are you doing tonight?
Mate, forget nightmares. That would be the scariest thing in the world. Facing off against one of these two teams, me and you, Jay. But no, look, it's going to be an interesting one. We've obviously seen both of these teams have some pretty decent starts in Pro League. FURIA, they are undefeated, Jay, when it comes to the best of threes. They have only dropped a single map in the last four best of threes that they've played so far in the regular season.
Indeed, yes, they are a dominant squad and may well be up for a decent shout at glory right here, right now. It all depends on how well they'll hold themselves going forward here. As you mentioned, undefeated, a task for the Gen.G lineup, who are just teetering on the edge of the bottom four. Would absolutely love to move further forward in this one, obviously looking for that playoff spot if they can manage to win it out here. They're currently matching up against Chaos, who are the team that are in that fourth position, but both teams tied up in terms of their series victories, so a win here for Gen.G would be important and definitely unlikely, but they have split even maps and series at this stage, so let's see if FURIA's last two best of three victories will come to aid them here as the pistol round of Nuke. Our first map of the series goes live. Gen.G straight downstairs on T-side start, out in towards Secret. We've got Art in control, taking out 60 to begin things off, popping open the observation window and just stalling Gen.G for the moment here. They're looking to go towards the B-bomb site.
The thing is, though, they've got Kusta on a backstab. He was the man outside trying to wrap around. He's now been able to get ramp presence. They're going to dive this bomb straight back to the upper bomb side, and Kusta can fight off the rotations.
They go straight up, taps through, 5-on-4 scenario. Som does get a trade back in the end as the player in the backline falls. Yuri will get Kusta for one, and Bintet and Automatic and Som are the last few players standing here in this one. Som will get caught by K Serato, so one good backstab from the CT side. Bintet and Automatic, no idea where to work in from here. Vinny will shut down one, leaving Bintet all alone. Catches one upstairs at the very least, but the CT has swarmed the site. He's got to try and hold off against three of them, and it's just still not going to happen here. Dweg, the defuse will come through for FURIA as they secure the pistol round.
And I'll tell you what, look, for Gen.G, that was actually a really nice setup. Unfortunately, it just didn't quite work. They showed the presence outside, tried to get towards that lower bomb side. They opened up the radio room windows. They even opened up double door, and Kusta was able to get a lot of information. He was able to get into ramp completely undetected. Gen.G lose an opening fight towards lower, and they go, right, this is our opportunity. Let's bring that bomb back up through the vents into the upper bomb site, see if we can trade out, get that bomb plant, and hope that Kusta can cut off the rotations. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to, so they don't win out the pistol because of it. But for FURIA, they know that bomb went down. They'll be up against a force by going into round two.
Yeah, expected on the state here from the T side. The AK's in on three individuals. We've got Deagles out for 60 and Bintet. Bomb being dropped early towards the outside position. We just got simple control set for the moment. Very passive on the Gen.G side as they look towards the outside of red box position.
Oh, tight angle coming out for Henny. Does get a bit of information. That can allow the garage player at least to swing out from Art. No one's checking the angle. An easy kill to come out from FURIA. Sees another player, sees two more players, in fact, is going to burst through, but Kusta takes that AK straight to his head and shuts down one of the CT camp. A 4-on-4. With a FAMAS outside here for Henny. Going to look towards the replacement garage area. That AUG can get picked up and reinstated for the CT line. But nothing else will be seen here for the moment. It's very passive and careful from these boys. 50 seconds. It looks like they definitely want to lean towards the A bomb site, or at least I think that. And there's actually three players looking on the ramp room position. Yeah, it looks like maybe 60's going to be able to sell a bit of an upper fake and just see if he can get his teammates to at least open up ramp room. And Gen.G is starting to run out a little bit of time. They need to get onto a move on. And for FURIA, they're really not rotating too much. They're allowing this ramp control to come through. Now, Gen.G have got an option, Jay, to try and wrap him through hell if they want to try and split into A.
Deagle and AK and Bintet and Som will be the main two players ahead of it. On that wraparound position, K Serato will fall towards the squeaky door. Yuri will get that trade back on 60 at the moment. Look back towards upper, but Kusta will catch him. Som gets two of his own. Actually gets a TK in that one there. Bintet to fall. And now a 1-on-2 here for Vinny. Last man standing as the CT defensive is ripped apart here. Gen.G in full control of this next push-up. And the force fight does work out wonders for them as they win the round as well.
I'll tell you what, another great split coming out from Gen.G. And one thing I'm certainly noticing, Jay, is how much map control they're finding on this T side. We're already 2 rounds deep into Nuke, and they're outside, they're trying to wrap, they're seeing if they can catch up the CTs and rotations. You saw that they opened up ramp room. They could have easily just gone to that lower bomb side, but they start the split in. They wrap 2 players into that heaven position. They have 2 players coming out from Heart and Squeaky, and from there, the trades are really good. FURIA going to be a bit of a test against them on Nuke to sort of see if they're able to continue the fight forward. This is Gen.G's map pick, and you've got to think, Jay, that without an in-game leader, Daps being or stepping down from the lineup only quite recently, it's going to be a tough one for them to at least try and go forward with some more victories in Pro League.
Yeah, a lot of questions surrounding them as a result of this. I mean, we were talking a little bit earlier about, you know, if they're going to have, you know, if they're going to have some troubles as a result of their recent moves. Whether that will affect their record against the FURIA side. Well, already they've got a decent start in this one. The Deco set in from FURIA. Outside control, nades up. Art is an own entity. Spray from Soms with the transfer back and forth, but neither player goes down. Vinny and Art will get tagged, but no kills to kick things off.
They didn't quite pick up that AK either, Jay, so although they get the opening man advantage, they haven't picked up a rifle, but now it's 2 kills. For Gen.G, they really need to be making sure that they're trading back, working together. You even see Bentet trying to open up this ramp room entrance. He doesn't know about Henny towards the boxes.
Very careful position. Bentet going to check it, though, and takes his man down pretty effectively. AK still in over at the secret area, I should say. Bentet does get a 2k for his own right as automatic hunts for Vinny. It's cruise to the man to get that frag. And Serato and Art, last 2 players standing for the FURIA camp. And the Deagles have done some decent damage. In fact, even picking up a Galil on the part of Art, but not going to do much from here. Oh, actually, Kusta might get caught off guard. That's the bomb being dropped. Serato has got Bentet to deal with. Deagle up, gets the other headshot. Automatic, suddenly left alone. Suppressed him from 2 different angles. Tagged by the Deagle, but not going down. 10 seconds, bomb picked up and now planted for the T side.
Automatic in the 1 versus 1. He'll know exactly where Serato is coming from. Flash around the corner, completely blind Serato. Now down to red HP, 15, up against 63. And for Automatic, he's going to re-peek into the angle, find that second round for Gen.G. Man, these rounds have been down to the wire. Serato doing so much work outside with his Deagle, but just not quite enough to get the clutch in the end there.
Very, very close there from the CT camp. The fact that those Deagles were able to put as much damage as they did is going to limit the economy state for Gen.G going forward. Looking at the AKs, the Galil, the MAC-10 still in for 60. Into the case in point having out here. FURIA not going to opt to upgrade heavily into this one. They've got a Deagle in on Vinny, but that's basically the extent of it all. A HE for Art as well, so we're not expecting a mass amount of anything here. Right now, control set in from the defaults for the T side at the moment. Very passive from the outside play. But the CT's all the same. Not too aggressive here to try and push the issue.
A lot of outside presence once again coming out from Gen.G. But not with the cross smokes just yet. I'm going to smoke off main to not give any information through. If FURIA want to try and peek this, you're going to have to try and push through these smokes. But with only a few upgraded pistols, nothing really heavy from them, you should expect this should be a pretty easy cleanup round coming out from Gen.G.
Reload on the outside position. Info in minimal amounts being given up to the CT cam. They can't really work with it at this stage. They've got 2 players on the upper. Only 1 facing outside here from heaven. They just can't really seem to catch these players. Focus on the side defensive at the very best, I think, for the FURIA camp. Either way, Gen.G, they're just toying with their food. Eventually, we'll catch the overextension from Serato, take him down. Art has rotated back from the ramp room position, though, as Vinny goes down next. 2 standing for the FURIA side. Bentet will deal with Urias. Art goes falling to Kusta. There it is. All 5 alive for Gen.G in a confident round to regain control of the money. It's still a little bit shaky from here, but FURIA have not been able to put them on reset territory just yet.
And look, at least for Gen.G, right, this is the first or the second time that we've seen them at least play Nuke so far in Pro League. We saw them only a couple of days ago get a 16-6 victory on their map pick of Nuke against 100 Thieves, where they ended up putting 10 rounds up on that T side. So you've got to think for Gen.G that they've got what it takes to really be able to claw rounds on this T side, and it comes off the basis of this opening gun round. You see Henny with the AWP. No double ops coming out from FURIA just yet. A lot of utility to this upper bomb side. 60's been able to get down towards the vents, but he has been seen.
But not taken down just yet. 65 HP and that Mac 10 trying to be as mobile as possible. Get right up in the face of Vinny and really pick him apart if he can. It's very carefully placed, very slow peeking coming in from Som. A low HP player takes that first contact on Vinny's. That's an easy frag to take for the M4. Som falls. Back up a little bit here for the likes of Vinny's position. A minute to go. He's the only player standing. Arch tries to rotate and join him, but he goes down in the end of the vent room, so only him. All him that matters here for the CT side. Gotta hold that defense at this moment. Wrapping the corner. Sees automatics Molotov, but loses the fight for the gunfight.
Now they're taking lobby control, but they'll know straight away. As soon as they've cleared out lobby, this has to be a play towards lower. They spotted out automatic with the bomb. Now they'll know they did a lot of damage. We've seen both automatic and 6E dinked down. So in this 3-on-3 from FURIA, you've got to think they've got some pretty good advantages.
Nade on automatic does not take him down. The AWP of Henny does, though. 6E also very, very low. Kushta faces in. Yuri will take him down, and 6E all that remains. 1-on-3, here's footsteps to his right, shots to his left. Henny knows that he's low and takes that USP straight on for the frag, straight on for the kill, and straight on for the second for the Furious side. Diffuse coming in pretty effectively. And there you go, that HP does come back to bite them on the Gen.G side. Still got an investment for them, though. Again, they have been able to recover their situation here with the money line, so rifles can come out in full.
And look, I think the one thing that FURIA maybe might need to make some slight micro adjustments on, Jay, is just seeing if they can take some map control away from Gen.G. We saw in that retake on the 3-on-3, yeah, they were able to do a lot of damage, but they're constantly giving outside control. They're allowing Gen.G to take a lot of map control, especially out towards Secret, into that lower position. And we saw FURIA, and the HP advantage is really helping them out, just trading on each other's contact there. And now we're going to see an AWP on the T side. This time it's automatic. And once again, we're seeing the outside presence come through. And you've just got to think, when is the adjustment going to come through? Maybe something quite aggressive from them, Jay, to come out in the next few rounds.
And slow as ever from Gen.G. Just sat currently waiting in this position inside the bomb site for the FURIA camp. Bursts up from Art, hoping to do some blind damage or a kill to someone in the squeak door, but nothing else. Face up from Art, M4 trying to keep his eyes on the back line. Art moves forward here with the burst in from the AK. Molotovs also make their way forward. Art sees the man, gets tagged up to 42 points of health. There's only a minute to go to the clock. There's Henny with that frag, finally kicking things off for the CT side, even doubling up against Bintet as well. Nice job from the CT start.
And that's what I was waiting for, Jay. I was waiting for the aggression to come out from FURIA. They're a team that love to get aggressive around that hut and squeaky door entrance. We saw Art pushing forward, then Henny with the AWP, and now for Gen.G, they just need some individual fights to go fantastically for them if they want to bring this back. Som has found an advantage, and so is automatic. Now it's back into a 3-on-3. Things looking good for Gen.G.
In contrast to the last round where Gen.G had the HP disadvantage, Henny and Art now are the ones tagged up. Art on 9 points of health in particular. And 20 seconds to the clock. K Serato watching out for Som, knows he's up there, knows he's got to come in from heaven if they want to go for an A play. Henny's there to watch it, but there's a player right behind him in the squeak door position. 10 seconds, Bomb's going to make his way up now from main. There's Som with a peek, K Serato goes down. Henny ready with the AWP, he's going to face him, try that at a bomb plump. If he gets automatic now, he's won it. He's won it all, he's just got to stay alive, and that's exactly what he'll do. Patience is a virtue, as he proves right there, picking apart the Gen.G offense.
Oh, that's a big round coming out from Henny. And I'll tell you what, he's been a standout performer for FURIA. He is the highest rated player in Pro League North America, Jay. He has gone positive on every single map that they have played so far in the regular season. And just what a play from him there. The fact that he over-aggresses, he gets a couple of kills, he's waiting around. You see Som gets a great entry out from heaven, and it's still not enough. The time's so low, and as soon as that bomb gets denied, that round's done.
The big round to win as well, because Gen.G's economy was still just barely being able to force up into main rifles, and now with two players staying in, the economy is going to be wrecked. They have to force buy in this round, and that's what they'll do. The AWP and the AK and automatic and Som, Galil for Kusta, but two Deagles with a limited amount of utility. Not a lot of execution or default potential, and they've gone even more passive than they previously did. I didn't even know that was possible on Nuke.
Henny I'm still trying to lurk out towards outside now. He hasn't seen anything for the moment. Gen.G pretty much all just stacked up towards this lobby position. Maybe just try and go for a in a rush and see Quesorado. Are they? Okay, I thought that they may maybe trying to fake that they're actually boosting a player up, but they end up boosting Quesorado towards Mustang instead.
Looks like for Vinny ready. Try and cut them off here at the ramp room entrance. A P90 ready to receive. I love the P90 when it comes out here, but I'm not sure whether this is the appropriate environment to be using it here for FURIA. Got the confidence to bring out the high firepower, though. I mean, they have got only so much to deal with on the Gen.G side, and they are taking their sweet time with this. They could get shut down in an instant with the lack of resistance they will have against the full-blown rifle set from the rest of FURIA. Yuri's the man playing contact, though, and he's only got a FAMAS, so it might not be as confident as I imply. Nades up to do damage to Kusta here with his Galil, just facing forward, but now they're going to hear all these footsteps from Vinny here with a P90. Oh, Vinny! 3 kills, all ready to clean up the rest. Frag onto the bomb plant. Akusta would it remains 1 versus 4. Even if he gets this bomb plant, there's no way he's holding off the retake.
Oh, how dare you question the P90J? Look what happens when you do that. 3K comes out for Vinny, and for Kusta, they might even take him down after time.
Why?
That's the worst outcome to come out from Gen.G. And you've got to think for FURIA, they played that really well. They wasted so much time. They ended up re-smoking ramp twice, which almost, it felt like for Gen.G, they wanted to try and make an upper play, and then right at the end, they used the utility to the upper bomb side. They start to retake ramp. Vinny gets 3 kills, and in the end, Kusta gets taken down after time. The economy in the early start of Nuke J was looking fantastic for Gen.G. You can forget that now.
That's 2 rounds in a row that players have died after time, and Kusta in the worst position as well because he pushed forward. You're going to stay behind the box, at least try to survive from a very awkward position. Yes, it would have been difficult, but why take that risk and why go for the no-scope when there's a good chance that you're going to miss it? AWP for Henny, ready for first contact, takes down the first of Som, and FURIA running wild here on their CT side. The shooting from the AWP has been fantastic, but 60 will eventually take him down. 3-for-1 trade, though. He's done enough alongside the support from Art the Scout. Can't really do much against the rest of these weapons. Can take some tags on Quesorado potentially. Lands that tag onto Kusta, and 60 eventually do go down. So 5th to the board of the FURIA side, and a rebuy is on the table for Gen.G, but again, that economy basis is really going to hurt them. They've got not enough for a full-blown investment here.
Yeah, they're going to have to put Kusta on a Mac 10 himself, so they're not quite the full established buy they're looking for. I'm still kind of surprised that Vinny is still holding on to this P90, but he's certainly got something in the back of his mind that's telling him to keep hold of it. Gen.G need to be able to really find a response back in here, Jay. We haven't really seen many vent dives from Gen.G. We saw a couple of times of 60 trying to go down towards lower, but it has been detected in the times that they've gone for it. Oh, aggressive outside from Art. He's trying to play behind this smoke.
Smokes, Molotovs being thrown out. Art's going to lurk inside one of them. Edge of the red box. Kusta with a smoke down. Vinny ready to receive them. He's back up against it. Completely flashed out, though. He does go down. The P90 loses to the Mac 10 as Art is going to trade frag, though, and they slow walk into the A site. Yuri's not expecting that. 2-for-1. Orb get to position. Art drops the bomb planter as well to a 3-on-3. So well placed there from the rifles, and the T's do not have contention over the bomb itself.
At least they've got the site control, though, so for FURIA, even though the bomb has not been picked up and planted yet, they do have a chance to at least get Kusta into this heaven position, but there's a player behind him. It all comes down to timing. Who's going to see each other first? He doesn't see Henny. Finally, he does. Chance
to execute on the AWP, but Henny's going to rotate out position. Kusta's going to play for the information rather than for the frags. Hearing those footsteps, though, and they're here in locker rooms. Meanwhile, the 2 players trying to make their way out from main. Kusta does get Henny down, so it's an M4 and an AK. Now just an M4 as Art falls. Quesorado left to fall away. Save it now for the 4th for the T side. Gen.G delivering where they can here. A bit of a back and forth game for this one. FURIA have gained many rounds in a row, and Gen.G may still suffer on the money game. Quesorado's up for exit frags. If he takes this AWP out, this could be disastrous for Kusta. He's actually going to wait back in cubby, so he's not even going to take that aggressive challenge. Falling back, letting them escape to T-spawn. Still within a single round of the lead, and the buyback can come through from FURIA, but the money for both sides has been very low, and FURIA realize this. They're going to call a tactical and try and figure out how they approach this.
I have a bit of a chat with Yuri and just sort of say, all right, guys, like this is the first time we saw a slow walk out. We have not seen one of those from Gen.G now. Certainly, Jay, at least looking at this T side, it's certainly showing me that they're really drilled with their presence. They're almost never running the same strat twice. The fact that they, show a little bit of outside presence, a little bit towards ramp, and then they somehow just have an opportunity to walk out from Heart without any kind of a contest. FURIA just, almost like they got caught sleeping there, had no idea that that was a possibility. And maybe just taking a bit of a tactical pause, just sort of say, stay in the game. We've got at least a lead. Let's make sure we're establishing it and just bringing forward, maintaining this CT half that we've been able to bring.
AKs, AWPs with the M4s and AWP out for FURIA now. Both teams heavy investments, similar buys, but the difference is in the aggression. The CTs have more of it. Henny straight up outside of red box, takes out Som and kicks things off with the opening kill. Further contact from Vinny takes out Bintet next as a 5-on-3 immediately for FURIA.
What a response too. Henny aggressive outside with that AWP. Vinny gets an opening duel to Bentet, and from there, yeah, Gen.G have been able to take this ramp control, but Vinny's still starting to over-aggress. You'd think that he's just going to fall back and play the man advantage, but instead he does even more damage. And even Art's on the backstab. Kusta's now the last one left, and this round has just fallen apart completely. There has been nothing that Gen.G have been able to do to fight against this aggression. And FURIA, we've seen a little bit of aggression on their CT side, but it seems like they were just pushing everywhere on that round.
Left it open for easy kills for the CT camp. Henny's hunting for his next. Almost got it on Kusta. Now has the information of where he's playing at. Outside the locker rooms, both players going to play Ring of Rosies, and they will get a kill back for the AK. So Kusta has a little bit of map control to work with, but 3 players to deal with. 1 lower, 2 upper. Flashbangs over towards Heaven. But will not be able to find the frags as of right now. No CT is going to face him. He can't take that contact. He's got to isolate 1v1 duels, win them out, get a bomb plum. But that face goes horribly wrong. He's on 10 HP to win the rest of the round.
I'll tell you what, Jay, whether he wins it or not, look how much damage he's been able to do to that CT side. And just constantly moving around, trying to fake that he's going towards that Heaven play. He's going to start to make his way in through main. The thing is, though, Case Rider is going to hear these footsteps. Yuri just out into the open. A 6th round on the board for FURIA. And I'll tell you what, Jay, I think for the Brazilian side, they can maybe be a little bit disappointed there. I feel like they just gave a little bit too much room there for Kusta to just do way too much damage than he should have.
All down to the damage game here. The economies of both sides have still been in a very low state. AKs, M4s, back to 2 SMGs, a P90 for Vinny again. Art has the MP9 though. And I can respect this buy much more. It's a half buy coming in from Gen.G. So FURIA can mop them up pretty effectively. For them, it's going to be all about evading the SMGs, and one of them doesn't even get the $600 kills. So FURIA placing 1 player aggressive outside. That's Art. Edge of the silo, and neither player's got vision onto him. There's a complete blind spot here for the T side. As he peeks up aggressive though, he's going to get spotted and converged in upon, so Som gets the opening kill this time.
Oh, the P90 again, Jay. He's been able to mop up a couple of kills. I'm not sure if he saw Kusta on the edge of this smoke, and don't tell me he's going to push through this, Jay. And trying to work in it. 3-on-3. Not quite another kill to come through. The Deagles have done some really good damage for a half fight. This is a 2 versus 2. This is certainly a chance to even win out this round.
And M4 picked up a Bintet as well. A little bit of utility to work with and everything. Smoke down to buy him some cover. Will he try escape towards Secret? I think that is the plan. The bomb is completely far away from him, though. So either he's pulling a distraction or they're going to try and find a way to split in from the hallways and the ramp room. I say that, though, and Yuri's aggressing towards...
Oh, they've heard him.
Som knows what's up now. He can just push an A. He can walk straight in and get a bomb plant.
Well, that's the thing. They've realized, hang on a minute, FURIA's cleared out lobby. They'll probably think that we're going over towards ramp, but towards lower. And this is a free bomb plant coming out from Som. Now, he knows the information that Vinny was out towards Secret, and he knows that Yuri was clearing out lobby. So he's got a pretty good idea of at least where both of these players are. And rather than just playing passive on the side, Jay, he's looking to over-aggress. He's looking to take back this lobby control. Now focuses attention out towards main.
It's a pretty open plant position. Ideally, he wants to get a kill on the player coming in from main and get that... positioning under his control, going to wide swing on towards Yuri, sees Vinny, but the shot does not connect. A few pixels off, and the M4. In fact, Vinny gets an ace in that round. There it is, a 7th to the board of the FURIA side. But as you mentioned, a lot of damage being done by the Deagles in that round. Gen.G can be well happy with that, because they've got a rebuy coming in for this round. And the number of times that FURIA have reset the economy state of the Gen.G side, maybe it's time for a bit of payback now.
Yeah, look, it certainly is. First time we're seeing double AWPs coming out too, and you've got to think FURIA lose this round, they're really going to hurt in terms of the money line. The reserve is very, very low for the majority of players. And, okay. Are we still live? What's going on here, Jay? I think we're okay.
I don't know. Okay, no, we're not okay. We're probably in tech pause scenario, I think. I mean, I don't know. I can't see the chat from my side, so I can't. I couldn't tell you whether or not this is a tech or tac pause. I'm assuming based on this is a tech pause.
Yeah.
So we're restoring back to the beginning of the 12th round. Okay, so do you know what the issue is, Twig, or?
Yes, Caserato's PC is frozen. So
oof.
Heat it up a little bit. Should be all right.
I won't lie. I sympathise with that issue. Do you remember a couple of months ago when we were just sorting out like my PC problems, and then there was that one broadcast where everything.
Yeah, don't.
Do you remember that really frustrating period in history where I had to borrow your PC instead?
Mate, why do you keep bringing it up? It's just giving me flashbacks. Then I was on a laptop. Like, what was going on there?
It was ridiculous. No, I mean, I hope he's not playing on a laptop this time. He's definitely got to. He's definitely got to get that sorted out. Hopefully, it's just one of those cases where it's the PC frozen, so you just restart it, and then it comes back and it's all Gucci. So with any luck, this is just like just be a relatively small tech pause. We can jump straight back in. Of course, the money line is still not affected by this. I mean, both sides should still be on a relatively similar sort of buy. Gen.G with their investment, FURIA with their rebuy with a very heavy sort of issue in terms of the money state for them going forward. Just rerunning the round a couple of times, and you can see obviously as I mentioned before with the money state, the force up will look to be a bit more interesting for the next round if we have to go there. Double off setup still comes through from Henny and Art though.
Yeah, I'm really keen to sort of see what they do with this, Jay. They're going to play something really passive. We've seen Henny get aggressive outside. We've seen him even get aggressive towards Heart. We haven't really seen anything out towards ramp, so maybe that's an opportunity for Art to maybe take that AWP towards the ramp position. FURIA going for the double AWPs for the first time in this best of 3. And Gen.G just trying to see if they can get a bit of a grasp on the economy situation, Jay.
Som boosting automatic up here, top of the red box, looking out to the outer yard positions. Smokes down to try and cover off the main area, which is the most forward player of that CT side, Caserrato. Backed up, flashbangs ready. Vinny will catch a tight angle on Som, tag him up. No kills as of yet here, so FURIA working against the Gen.G side, and they have gained some map control, but it has been a passive setup on the CT side. They are ready to receive them downstairs.
Yeah, they've pushed Henny quite deep in towards Secret now, trying to defend that lower bomb site. And you've got to think for Gen.G, this is really where they can start to slow down the clock, start to gain that map control. You even see a couple of players maybe seeing if they can get into that heaven position, an opening opportunity maybe towards ramp. And for Art, he's in a really difficult angle, Jay, because he's got to try and defend both towards the site itself and underneath him.
There's a bit of frag on Vinny, nice and efficiently there with the AK-47. AWP turns it around though. Drops into hell to continue pressing the outside position. The T-side garage control, automatic not being seen. That's an easy kill. Art caught looking the wrong way. FURIA and Caserrato keep their eyes on C Heaven. Control. Bintet takes that frag 60 next to face, and he does fall back to a 3-on-2. Bomb plant can be secured. Bintet's not going to fake it once. Yuri just trying to go for the wallbang shots and hoping to get some kills or some damage. But it's him and Henny in a very precarious retake with the money being where it is. This is probably going to have to be a safe call.
Yeah, you'd have to think so, right? Unless they can get a kill out of nowhere, then maybe they try and go for it. But I'm really surprised they, even in that 2-on-3, were trying to look for some angles there. You look at the economy line, you think, man, they're going to be so screwed. They've got hardly anything to work with. They're going to get 1,400 in the next round. It's probably even going to be like a double eco status holding onto this orb. Probably just force the issue, you'd think.
Yeah, most likely. Again, it's all been an economy game between these two sides, with ecos, force buys coming in left, right, and center. And they're double eco as well for FURIA, so that justifies the force even more to have the AWP out for Henny being the main, the main fragger, I feel like, for the FURIA side. Or at least in this round, Seems very aggressive plays with the AWP so far from the CT camp, so an opportunity may present itself if they can open up with this weapon. They've got a FAMAS on Yuri and Art with the MP9 as standard. Definitely not the worst play in the world considering the circumstances. So Deagle's in against the AK set, and Deagles have done some damage over the past few rounds. So let's see if FURIA can replicate Gen.G's success here.
You've got to think that that AWP's got to be the linchpin to find the majority of the damage in this kind of round. Art, we've seen him be punished for his aggression outside, and he's going to try and go for a very similar play that he's gone for in the past. 60, the stand-in for Gen.G, sort of yet to get fired up on this T side, but you can see the aggression. If they almost feel like they want to try and go forward, look at the crossfire being set between Henny and Caserado.
Som and Art, the closest players, though, they've got their own little weird sort of crossfire set of their own right. Towards outside, looking towards upper, the SMG is hoping to catch off a kill of an overextending T-side member. And this is a great position to do it so as well. Like, Som could walk in at point blank and go falling. Molotov should force Caserado off. Henny does catch 6C though. Tight angle to hit again for the AWP, and he opens things up. Still holds the position, but doesn't land a second shot on Bentet. The AK comes in and trashes him to a 4-on-4. Looks for Caserado next, gets that kill. Not spotting Yuri in the backline. Som gets up next. And Gen.G eventually do start to pick apart FURIA. Last rifle left on Yuri. As soon as he goes down, the only chance in this round will go away. Bentet facing him with his AK gets that kill as Ortiz wins out the fight against Vinny. And Gen.G continue to bring themselves within one of the FURIA lead.
I'll tell you what, that's a massive round coming out from Bentet. The fact that he's even sort of aware, the fact that Henny may start to overextend again, ends up getting 3 kills, gets some really great entries towards the upper bomb side. And, I mean, it's an absolute gift that Bentet's been able to have the opportunity to move to NA, right? I mean, he was absolutely towards the top end of the Asian scene for so many years when he was in the Indonesian teams of NXL and Rekka, then moving on to Tai Lu, and now he's had an opportunity to move over to the States and really show the international scene what he's made of. You see some quick early trades outside, but for the most part for FURIA, there's not really much for them to work with.
AK picked up of Art though, still doing as much as humanly possible with it. The Mag 7 on towards the ramp entrance, gets that kill, and doubles up on the second man, so FURIA having a 4-on-3 advantage. Imagining Art's going to rotate back towards his teammate, probably Yuri here, and give him the AK. I mean, it's a bit of a weird one to decide upon because he's on 16 HP, everyone else is on 100, but he's the only player with Kevlar, so aim punch won't hurt him. Whereas it will severely affect the rest of the FURIA side, but they are going to put it on Caserado. Yuri detected against 6C, still lands a good headshot on towards him. Heading towards outside, going to get dealt with by Som, so now it's only Caserado and Art, last 2 players standing. And the event crossfire set by these 2 players, it could get real dicey if Gen.G push in and don't check one of these corners. It's not too often you see this set up here from the CTs.
Now, you've got to think the only way that this works is that if Gen.G commit to this upper bomb site, you think if they go towards lower, it's just going to be an easy pickings, even with the molly coming through. Caserado on the swing, and now it's into the 2-on-2, but for Gen.G, they know that both players are towards this upper bomb site, Jay. They can just head quickly towards lower.
They have got fast rotations towards the vents, and that's what Art's going to do here. AK back towards Decon, Som creeping around towards the ramp area. Caserado with AK set gets that kill. Now the possibilities are endless for the CT side. Automatic going to quickly rotate back up towards A, reading the events player pretty well. Can't grab that AK because of course it's already been picked up by Art. 10 seconds. Bomb plant towards heaven or open towards main scene. Art takes the kill as Caserado takes a swing and Orti goes down. FURIA winning the most unlikely of rounds there.
And that's a really unfortunate one for Gen.G because you think that the fact that they can tie it up 7-7, you know, maybe even try and take a lead going into the second half, they lose to a round where you've got a single Mag 7 and just USPs. As soon as that AK was picked up, it was like, right, let's just try and do as much damage as possible. I certainly don't think that the start of that round they intended to be able to win it, but it's just some really great kills coming through, some great trades. And in the end, FURIA find their 8th, and now they're even bringing the double orbs coming into round 15.
One of which is getting aggressive outside once again. Look at Art, close range against Kusta, shuts him down, got automatic to do with top of the blue, red box, I should say. And the AWP trade does come through for the T side instead. So a 4-on-4 scenario as FURIA decide to back up. Smokes down, Molotov's on. That Molotov going straight into the hands of the smoke thrown by the same player. And Caserado wins against Automatic next. 4-on-3 scenarios now. And again, FURIA coming out good with the trade somehow.
I'm not sure how that happened there. That should have been an easy kill for Automatic, but now it's an easy kill for Henny as he's able to find a couple, and now 60 is the last one left. And bomb drop towards outside, 1-on-4, and this is going to be the real test for the Standard to see if he can bring a round back like this. Even picking up the bomb's going to be a bit of an issue because he's going to have to deal with the AWP outside for Henny, but he's got a little bit of a timing, and now an opportunity to try and go back to the A bomb side. He's found a couple of kills, but can't deal with Venny towards a heaven play.
And that'll be a 9-6 half for FURIA to close it out on CT. A very good CT half at that. We'll see whether they can strike back in T-side. Don't go anywhere. We're coming back after this very short break.
Can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. It's just I never thought you were sitting next to me. I don't understand. It's just I never seen you smile. You wanna make out, give me a second. To focus, it doesn't matter cause you live a lie. You want attention from every guy in the park, but when you call, give you my heart, you rip it out. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and not lose. I can't pretend to like you. I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and
Well, a good half here from the FURIA side. Gen.G still getting 6 on T side, though. Dwayne, a great opportunity may still present itself here for the North American core. And, well, I mean, it is their map pick. So, on theory, in paper, in the most basic sort of level of Counter-Strike, this should be their half to win.
Yeah, look, it certainly should be. And you've got to think that even with the fact that they only put 6 rounds up in that first half, they had some really close rounds. And honestly, it probably could have been Gen.G even taking the half. It all really comes down to that one round in particular where they lost against pretty much a full eco that sort of tiptoed the lead to go to FURIA to at least get to 9 rounds up on T. But it really comes off the basis of this start. And this comes down to the pistol round to see if Gen.G can recover things on the city side. But look at how much utility is coming through from FURIA. There are 3 players on full sets of utility.
This could get real interesting real quick. Definitely looks like an upper execution for the moment. Maybe place the smokes outside. I mean, Molotov's coming in. Nade's back to respond from the likes of Som here. Taps up on the USP, hoping to catch players that make their way downstairs. K Serato trying to fake out a vent dive, but in reality, this is going to be an A push, and nothing else going to be seen. The bomb plant will be heard. So Som knows it's definitely on the upper site. Now, how are Gen.G going to approach this retake? They've got utility of their own right. The defuse kit automatic. Som going down first. Vinny watching the outside as the first USP peeks and picks in. Now it's up to Som to flash his teammates up and try to get the smoke on the Ninja setup player over to the site. All four set here as well. They put the smoke down out on the heaven position, blocking themselves off. Now the flashbangs do come through. They drop in. Kusta automatic Pintet taking damage. K Serato still watching the upper after, hoping for a play to make their way in. Yuri and Vinny with 2 frags, 60 behind his own. K Serato sneaks in the back, only gets 1 frag for his trouble. No smoke down on the open bomb plant position. Vinny will just take face, stall for time. Henny's going to face up. Som goes down, and that will be a 10th for the FURIA side. A nice pistol to open things up, but a small tech pulls are going to come through. I saw 2 Soms on the radar a moment ago, so for me it looked like someone disconnected.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty uncharacteristic pistol round from FURIA, right? The fact that they try to fake they're going for a vent dive and then actually commit to the upper bomb side. Som did a really good job of not rotating from heavens. He was able to get a lot of information to call out that fake and realize what the play was. We saw the flash coming in towards the heaven position. The retake comes out, but unfortunately, they just can't trade out with the Glocks. And Som in a 1-on-2 is just too difficult from him. The force buy coming through, but it's just a rush out towards ramp. Very quick coming out from FURIA.
Deagle sat behind the doors. Deagle running towards hell for Henny's first contact. That's the bomb partner as well. That's a risky peek. If the headshot connected, that would have been a little bit disgusting. A little bit of a mistake to be made there for the CT side to capitalize on, but as it stands, the aggression will work wonders for 2 good frags, 5 on 3. Art is pretty tagged up, but for the most part, there shouldn't be much that Gen.G can do here.
Yeah, not really. Look, unfortunately, losing those couple of early fires, they just have no information. They've got 2 players towards upper and 1 of lower of Som, but they've got no eyes outside, nothing towards the ramp control, Jay. So really, this is just a bit of a gamble stack, and they're going to head towards lower by the looks of things.
Yeah, CZ moves in a Pintet, the last player to make their way up to that position as the squeak door opens. They realize the mistake they've just made was a gamble stack, as you mentioned. Good chance he'll come up against you. Nades on. Oh, that couldn't have been placed more better. I mean, if it had landed directly onto him, that would have been amazing, but it's very difficult to get the nade down those vents, so be happy with just driving Pintet away, giving no real opportunity for the CTs to take any frags out of the C-sign hands, so FURIA confident hit in 11 to their board.
Yeah, they're really starting to put some pressure on for Gen.G, because you've got to think, Jay, like, this is Gen.G's map pick of Nuke, so the force by not being successful is just going to set them back an extra round for a gun round. So we're looking at, what, a 12-6 scoreline by the fact that we even get to at least that first gun round. And so for Gen.G, it's about holding on to these 3 players, bringing these upgraded pistols that they upgraded into round 17 round forward. Maybe see if they can do a little bit more damage, because unfortunately they didn't get away with any kills. And FURIA, though, I tell you what, we just keep seeing this P90. T-side, CT side, just keeps coming out.
They love it. If it works, it works. I mean, no need to complain about it at this stage. And obviously, you know, we talked a little bit earlier about the, you know, about the P90 being a meme weapon, obviously, but it worked to get the massive sort of sequence for Vinny earlier. So, you know, see if Art can do some damage with it with their own right. The Eagle set 5.7 CZ, USP for automatic also there. Molotov's in Kusta. Taking an initial bit of damage, but still facing forward, looking for a drive-by shot, unable to get a kill. Taking damage instead, forced away initial contact.
Kusta taking so much damage. And Gen.G just seeing how much damage can you do. We saw a lot of aggression coming out from FURIA on their CT side, especially in rounds like this. And C6, he looks like he wants to try and push forward, but the T's already establishing this upper take. They don't know about the play in towards the hut position. They've been able to deal with the trades relatively easily. It's all down to automatic and Som now 2 on 5. And for FURIA to deal with 3 players that had upgraded pistols, they've done a fantastic job of, again, no one going down.
Pick up. Easy, easy round there for the FURIA side. And Gen.G now up to their rifles for the first time in this half. M4s and AWP out immediately. No need to invest with FURIA. They've got money to invest in the next round regardless of the outcome of this one. So treat it as a bonus. Let those two Galils get their value and upgrade the P90 if you so wish, but based on how often it's come out for FURIA, that's probably not going to happen, but semantics at this stage. Let's see how they're going to play out the round itself. Gen.G, limited utility as standards. Placed towards the outside control here for Kusta, the only player controlling outside as they look towards the lower bomb site, in particular for Automatic, getting the AWP towards Secret. Maybe on for a decent couple of picks if they continue aggressing. Instead, they're going to go back towards the main area. Arc faces and Kusta shuts him down. Looks for Henny for a double kill. Gets it together. Yuri faces with the bomb, but gets the trade.
I'll tell you what, that's some sloppy trading coming out from FURIA. One-on-one peeking towards outside. This is an easy cleanup coming out from Gen.G. It's all down to Caserado to try and bring this round back, Jay. It's a 1 versus 2, but he is incredibly low.
7 HP for a clutch, and a glorious clutch if he makes it happen. He's got plenty of time to work with, but bomb in CT control. So Automatic and Som can just set themselves up on a crossfire, just make sure that they can't peek into that bomb's position. Som seen here, taps up the head, doing its damage, but not getting the dome kill, so no chance for Caseraro. It was going to be difficult anyway, so 7 to the border of the Gen.G camp. And a tactical coming in for FURIA, their second of this map up.
I don't think we've seen a single tactical come out from Gen.G just yet, but we have seen a couple from FURIA. You've got to think there, Jay, maybe that's another chat with Yuri just to sort of just strengthen the trades. The fact that they're just sort of wide swinging individually, there's no dual peak coming out from FURIA to deal with Kusta outside. And we saw the P90 going in first, and from there, Kusta gets away with 2 kills, does a hell of a lot of damage onto the third. And Gen.G, even though they won out that round, Jay, with 2 players staying alive, it does mean that there is an opportunity for like an instant reset potential from FURIA. They're coming away with a very strong economy. They've got AKs and AWP on Henny. And for Gen.G, yeah, they've got a decent buy to bring forward into round 20, but there's not a lot of money in the reserve.
Goes back to that point we were mentioning earlier in the first half, a game of economy. Both economies been tested throughout the course of this one, so buys may look awkward in the next round, but now FURIA trying to evade the worst outcome in this one. AWPs and AK set towards outside. The AWP slow facing, sees Automatic and does shut him down. That's a good opener for the T side. Art holds the off angle. It's actually Kusta that could wrap around against him, but he's covered off by the blue boxes. So Kusta being spotted, not taken out. Bintep falls into the 5-on-3. 2 line up, 3 line up in fact, but Kusta only gets the 1 kill for his trouble.
6, he's got so many players around him, he doesn't know which way to look, and in the end, he gets caught off from Vinny. As Som probably just hold on to this AK and try and see if he can even bring it into the next round. FURIA outside, we see Henny, the slow peak to start it off, and from there, we see Art getting very aggressive from the top of Hut, trying to wrap around, at least to gain some hell control. And trades just come out of nowhere. You mentioned that they did line up, and even with them lining up, yeah, damage is done to them, Jay, but they traded out so well. And Som's been able to recover at least his teammates' AWP, so that's something to bring forward. But you've got to think from FURIA, they need to be hunting when this bomb plant gets down. They can't allow an AWP to be saved.
Som's all about survival. Does see Vinny just take him down, but as you mentioned, the info being called, they're trying for the wallbang damage and everything, but not to be this time around. Som will just get out of dodge. Save towards the roof. Caseraro was already there, though. Knife out. Got to switch to the AWP. Oh, he has no idea. That's an easy frag. That is an easy 13 for FURIA to respond in kind towards Gen.G. And again, the money is crippled.
Yeah, look, you can't force it. You're going to have to echo. And that's the one thing, especially on the CT side of Nuke, if you get off to like a slow start on T and you don't get off to a strong start to start off your CT half, it makes it really difficult with the economy game to be able to bring a comeback through. The fact that we saw them winning out that gun round with 2 players surviving, then losing the next, means that they've just got nothing to work with. A P90, Jay, it's like an AK, it just keeps coming out.
It's FURIA's AK.
It is.
Placed out towards the B site. Look at how far Art has made his way in towards the into the bomb plot position. They can walk straight in for the rest of the T side. Like, his speed and aggression is just outpaced the CT camp. Burst through Automatic taking damage early on here. Bomb plant to be secured. I mean, it is in a bit of an eco for the Gen.G side. They've got a kit in for 6C, and they could punish Art for his over-aggression, but everybody else is going to be the main problem here. Deagle's set does grab that frag. What else can Gen.G do, though? 60 moving forward, getting Yuri down to 5 points of health. That is a lot of damage being sustained, but Gen.G opt to back off of the back of it, realizing that their chances were going to be slim anyway, so just hold on to the P90, hold on to the Kevlar. Probably more valuable than them at this stage. But for FURIA, they will get to 14, and that may be a bigger concern for the CT side.
Yeah, we saw Arc getting into that lower bomb site really, really quickly, and then just being very aggressive. Now, you can maybe say it's a bit of a weakness there from FURIA, the fact that they even end up losing 2 players in that round, especially at the end there from Bented's Deagle. But look, they got very aggressive. They're feeling really comfortable. They're looking very confident too. For Gen.G, it's a pretty decent round, Jay. The fact they get a couple of kills, it's okay. And bring that P90 forward means that they don't have to at least reinvest into one player. But this is probably the last chance for Gen.G. 14-7. They're running out of rounds. They're running out of breathing room.
And they're running out of money as well. This buy-up, while it will look good here for the CT camp, it does mean that there won't be much to work with in the next round other than the players that have saved about 2.5k on automatic and 60, but everybody else are going to have trouble. And that could lead to a 16-7 for FURIA if they're not careful. Be a reverse scoreline from the last time that these two teams played Nuke way back at DreamHack Anaheim. It's Kusta to open up on Art, though. That at least is a good start here for the Gen.G side. Damage has been done to Vinny and Henny already as well, so potential working in this CT round.
A good start. They need to make sure, though, that they're at least holding on to this man advantage. Someone's been able to find another opportunity. Wide swing coming out from Vinny. The P90 may have seen him, but Vinny certainly didn't see 60.
Is ready for Vinny to take an over-aggressive face and try push in towards the site, but FURIA haven't committed anyway just right now, and Vinny might not even want to push forward because he's the only player that has bomb control. Not on his back, it's out to the lobby entrance. Small lean in towards the outside position. Keserato gets Kusta, and Vinny waits patiently for 60. He loses that fight, and that takes a lot of control out of the hands of FURIA. I have a feeling this round may already be done.
Yeah, look, you've got to think for FURIA, there's an opportunity to just save onto these AKs. I mean, they've got a lot of money, but at the same time, some of their teammates don't. And 20 seconds left on the clock, and you even felt there that for 60, he shouldn't have really been able to win out any of those fights. Yuri now with the bomb, potential of maybe going in for the vent dive. The time is incredibly low. Bentet is going to be able to deal the damage dealer. Get an 8th round up for Gen.G. Now for FURIA, they will have enough money to go for the reinvestment, considering that Yuri and Keserato just have a massive amount of money. Henry as well, if he wants to go for an AWP. And the third tactical used from FURIA, it seems like, Jay, every time they lose a round or they've made an individual mistake and they want to try and clean it up, that's when they go for their tactical pause.
It's doing wonders for them at this stage. I mean, they're having a great old time for it because they are 14-8 up. Potentially on for a 15-8 because they have a buyback here and can reset Gen.G back to force buy status, and then from there they'll just have easy control. AWPs in, AKs out, 2 M4s for 60 and Kusta. At least a 2 AK save for the CT camp should give him a little bit more of a money boost, but still the overall float line is very, very low here. AWPs out, AKs in for the FURIA side. Standard buyout with a limited amount of utility set in for them, so let's see whether that affects things to the favour of Gen.G. For now, it's Molotovs and nades coming in. Art, smoke ready, burst through, spray through from Kusta, and Art still going for the vent dive area. He managed to make it work, sells them on the idea of this. Actually, the rest of the T's follow. They're going straight into the B site.
Rotations come in really quickly. Som has been pushed up so aggressively, backed up with his teammate of the AWP from Automatic to at least try and sell a bit of a bait, a bit of a distraction. For the most part, Som, they have no idea he's here. If now a 5-on-3, FURIA might just try and go back to the A bomb.
Oh!
They commit towards low. The Som jumps down to find even more. He gets a 3K, and for the look outside of Yuri, he has got absolutely nothing he can do. The rotations came down to lower so quickly.
Som decimating everybody. Yuri in a 1-on-5. He's found at least 1 kill towards the upstairs outside area, but there's just no way in for him. The balls on Som to go for that. The patience, of course, working wonders for him, but then to drop off the rafters and still get 2 kills after the fact.
Yeah.
Not many CTs can go for that and make it work. And bomb on the CT control. This is going to be a 9th for Gen.G. Yuri's got to save his weapon because that's the only choice he has in the matter. Either that or go for a weird sort of half-buy for FURIA. He's got some cash available, so he can reinvest into his utility, and he's taken no damage, so the Kevlar does not need to get brought down into. It does mean extra AKs for the Gen.G side. Kusta might consider rotating downstairs to grab that. He's already in the ramp room position, so... What a round. What a round from Som to get Gen.G into this position now. And it's about more than just bringing back the comeback here. It's about survival here on their own map pick. You know, FURIA get into this position from their strong CT side, their great start on T. And now payback may be in tow for Gen.G.
Well, you just got to think there for FURIA. Like, when you go for event dive incredibly quickly on the T side of Nuke, you pretty much assume that there's only going to be one player towards that lower bomb site, and that's the rotator out from ramp. But Gen.G were actually playing a double ramp setup that round, so it allowed Automatic to just be posted with that AWP and push Som forwards. I mean, the fact that he just gets that aggressive, looking for so much, is just such a great individual play. But for FURIA, it's one of those sort of situations that you just don't expect there to be two players towards lower. And for Gen.G, finally going to be able to get a bit of a grasp on the economy game. The double spam coming out from the Deagle. 60's on 2 HP.
Need to respond to K-Star and Vinny though, and Art goes to 0 as Som gets 2 more picks to add to his 3K from the last round. AWP of Automatic ready for Vinny next up, taking some damage as I think they caught a shoulder of him. 4 on 3, they gain access to B site. This time a lot less resistance from the Gen.G camp, but Bentet is still close, and Henny will look for the Deagle down, gets taken out. They do wrap around against him, and they do get the frag back, but for their best round here, FURIA would love to get a bomb plant and a money bonus. I say that, and Vinny's hunting for more kills. 2 to his name, a 2-on-2 scenario. Smoke down, Kusta slow facing, the AK sees the head, takes that fight and loses it, and now Yuri wrapping all the way back to the A plant.
Massive damage so far, but you've got to think for Gen.G, they've rotated both players towards that lower bomb site. You can see Automatic coming back up through the vents. He's been seen by Yuri, but now the fact of the wraparound to heaven has been seen, has been heard. And that's all down to mind games from Yuri. He can go back down towards Secret to that lower bomb site. He can get an entrance out through main. And for Gen.G, it's all about at least maybe peeking on each other's contact and just working together. They can't allow individual fights to come through.
Yuri, Glock out, has a line to plant inwards here. Double doors is also opened up here again to get a bomb plant out of this, get some extra money. Just got to plant away from the squeak door, and that to me is a big mistake. Kusta will land the frag easy as chips, and that's 10 to the Gen.G camp. 4 away now against FURIA's lead, and the money doesn't indicate a buy. I mean, it does to a certain extent, but it's not 100% there, and you're going to see that in the utility basis. It's still a decent amount, but most players limited by a factor of 3. Henny limited by a factor of 2. You're the only player with a full set and no AWP.
I think the big thing is they've only got a single Molotov. Like, that bomb plant would have allowed Yuri to drop an AWP over to Henny. So the fact that yeah, they do damage, but they don't get a bomb plant does limit the economy basis in the sense of no AWP and limited utility. At Gen.G, though, it feels like you can almost get that sense that they're starting to come into their own now, Jay. 3 rounds in a row from them. FURIA are taking some control towards this upper bomb site by the looks of things. A lot of utility and a straight spam from Vinny to find the opener.
And for our AWP in, Art gets the second kill for 60's part. Automatic swings out, gets that player down the side wall of the bomb site. Blind sprays from the AK to the CT side as Slom goes down next. Automatic desperate for a kill, but he can't find anything. Blind fire from Kusta will make its way through the smoke, but not connect to anybody here. A 1-on-4 for him. Plant now coming down, and well, sure, there should be no chance against these rush fast plays in from FURIA, and it's worked wonders for them.
And you know what's been the biggest struggle for Gen.G, Jay, is the fact that they haven't been able to really ever find a streak. We've seen the biggest amount of rounds they've been able to find is 3 in a row. And we saw that both in the first half, and now 3 in a row now ends to not find that 4th. But for Gen.G, it's been a lot of single individual rounds over the course of this opening map. And at that round right there, we even saw the fact that Art was able to get out from Squeaky, another slow walk, a dry walk to that upper bomb site while the Hut players run distractions. Gen.G did a very similar round on their T side, but this time around just getting completely caught off guard. And even the Force, yeah, they get an AWP out, but it's going to be a glass cannon. It's actually 2 AWPs for this CT side.
Very heavy investment. I mean, they're going to have to force up anyway, but surprised they didn't spread it across automatic weapons. This is going to be fast plays out from Art and Serato here. Mag 7 for Kusta. Is he going to find anything? They're boosted up, and little do they know about this. He's going to drop through the vent, see nothing. Did they hear it amidst all the chaos? Well, 6 is going to go down. Art sprays through, does catch Kusta in the end, so a 5-on-3 scenario for Master Vintet next to face, Henny next to drop him. And Automatic and Son with a double orb retake here. They're completely unscathed here on the CT camp. They will get Serato at least, but bomb plant can be secured. Nades up to try driving them away from the main position, but Som in heaven is going to be their challenger. Sees the player up hot, gets the flick back, but doesn't connect to Yuri, so now it's all Automatic. 1-on-4 scenario for him, and this game is basically over. FURIA looking to take map 1 at 16-10.
Yeah, Automatic 1-on-4, and he's just running out of time, running out of options here. FURIA looking like they're going to take their opposition's map pick of Nuke, and for the last 3 series in a row now, FURIA have been able to take over the likes of Gen.G, 2 best